For the past 3 years, Brett Miller has elevated his career and soared into the upper echelon of drivers at the Meadowlands and on the Grand Circuit. The Ohio native flew past the $7 million mark for the third straight season and was entrusted with a pair of high-level pacers that both had $1 million campaigns. Pure Country won her second straight Dan Patch Award, and Racing Hill was the richest 3-year-old of 2016. Pure Country, a homebred daughter of some beach somewhere, gave Brett Miller his first Breeders' Crown in 2015, capping a perfect 10-for-10 2-year-old campaign. In a very tough division in 2016, the Jimmy Takter trainee came back to reel off another 10 wins in a $1 million season, which included major wins in the Miss Pennsylvania, Fan Hanover, James Lynch, Simcoe Stakes, Glen Garnsey, and Matron Final. Brett Miller hooked up with trainer Tony Alagna in 2016, and that combo produced the richest 3-year-old in the sport at $1.6 million. Racing Hill, from the first crop of 2011 Meadowlands Pace champion Roll with Joe, cut through the heart of the sophomore stake season with key victories in the Max Hemp, the Adios, Messenger, and Tattersall. Racing Hill totally dominated the Adios final with dazzling fractions of 52-1 and 120-3 over a track-rated sloppy en route to a mile of 148-4. Later in 2016, Brett Miller and Racing Hill returned to the scene of their nose loss in the Meadowlands Pace, rebounded from a 4th-place finish in their elimination of the Breeders' Crown to set a stakes record of 148 in the final, and coincidentally gave trainer Tony Alagna career win 1,000. A model of consistency all year long for owner-breeder Tom Hill. Racing Hill also gave Miller his 4th runner-up finish in the North America Cup. Brett Miller capped his 2016 season by equaling a Meadowlands record with 8 wins on a single program December 16. Miller swept the first 3 races on this historic night, won another 3 in a row later in the card, then swept the late double. Miller had previously won 10 races on a 13-race card at Northfield Park in 2007. It was 7 years later in 2014 when Miller started concentrating on East Coast tracks like the Meadowlands, which led to lucrative stakes opportunities from top trainers like Jimmy Takter and Ron Burke, and the major stakes wins started piling up. His sensational 8-win night at the Big M was a fitting exclamation mark on another exemplary calendar year for Superbred. After following his cousin, Hall of Famer Dave Miller, from Ohio to the bright lights of the Big M, the younger Miller has not only completely turned his life around, his success with top horses from leading stables has continued to new heights. Opportunities he has earned night after night at the Meadowlands with modesty and professionalism. Superbred is flying high. Salute!